and welcome back to another multiplayer LP. This time we're gonna do something different.
Gonna be like a versus type thing.
Yeah, we're kind of doing like a versus type.
Actually, no, technically our first one.
Well, yeah.
Smash Brothers, so it's kind of a versus.
Well, yeah, but it has multiplayer. This year doesn't really have a multiplayer. It's just more or less Cole and I are trying to do our best to get a high score. Now, Cole and I, what we're gonna do is we're playing off the old TV plug-in games, which is the Namco version, which includes Pacman, Galak, damn it, I can't remember. Galaxian, Rally X, Dig Dug, and Bosscon. Yeah, I see. I don't play much of those. Pacman and Rally X and Dig Dug are probably like the three I recognize quickly. But for today's episode, we're gonna be playing some Pacman. So I'm going to start first. Cole will start after me. What we're going to do is, we're gonna try to see. I'm gonna try my best to score as high as I can, and Cole's gonna do the same thing once all my lives are gone. Because there's not really an end level to most of these games. At least I don't think. So this is more of a competition. So for today's episode, we're gonna do Pacman. Alright. Let's look at the characters / nickname. Shadow, also known as Blinky. Speedy, known as Pinky. Bashful, Inky. Pokey, Clyde. They were released in 1980. Small pellets is 10. Big ones are 50. And as you can see, if you grab a big one, you can turn all the ghosts blue and you can eat them for extra points. But you have 3 lives, and I think if you get 1,000 points or something like that, you get an extra life. I know you get an extra life. I think it's 1,000 points. Alright, with enough dilly-dallying, let's get started. Now, what's your experience with Pacman, Cole?
It's simple.
Well, when's the first time you ever played Pacman? Oh. Alright, this is gonna go by pretty quickly. Was it this collection that you played Pacman?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. We had this for a long time.
Yeah, I think I've played Pacman at least in the arcades. Yeah, well, I've played. I think the first time I ever played was when you actually put a quarter in the machine for you to play. That's it.
6,000.
Yeah. I guess it is 1,000. I know you get an extra life after scoring a certain amount of points. So. Which one was it? I'm not quite too sure. To me, I don't really waste enough time to go after them in the blue state. I pretty much just go after them. Try to at least get the pellets and move on. That's my strategy. That's how I always play Pac-Man.
And the strawberry.
Yeah, so you get some fruit here.
Watch out for Blinky.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. He goes right after you. But I think you know,
But
if you go by their nicknames, they kind of, or their names, I guess.
But the pink ones should be the fastest.
Yeah, I think it's Speedy. I think he's like Bashful. I think he kind of has the same speed and whatnot. But the thing is that once he gets very close to you, he immediately turns the other way. I think that's why Bashful and whatnot will always go near you wherever you're at and go after you. But if it gets too close to you, it automatically just backs away if it gets too close. Now, the one thing in Pacman is that the more levels they pretty much they speed up to get you. And they trap me. They speed up pretty much to get you.
I have a question. What exactly is Pacman? And why are there ghosts chasing you? And why is ghosts the one thing that and why is he trying to collect these little pellets?
It's a game that was made in the 1980s in the arcade machines. I'm sure Pacman is meant to represent a person, but since people only recognize Pacman as Pacman, pretty much, yes. Yeah, I'm not too sure what Pacman is supposed to be either.
Well, his original name is Pacman.
Yeah, Puck, but I think they changed it because they were afraid of people changing the name to something very, very obscene. Like, fuck. Yeah, this is actually not a bad round for me.
I never get past cherry or strawberry. I don't know.
Now, unfortunately, as time the more you go by, the ghost power power up doesn't last very long. Either, so you gotta quickly get.
Whichever one straight.
Yeah, that's the thing about Pacman. You've got to make it out as quickly. You have to like think ahead of them before they think of it.
I'll go down.
Yeah, too.
Doesn't matter if you went straight. You were
22,140.
I won't even get past, what's it? Strawberry. Or cherry. I won't get past
Alright,
strawberry.
Cole's turn. As you can see, the high score I got, that's the score Cole has to beat.
Which I am not. I remember a point if you, on the very first level, if you do, things right, you can go the entire stage.
Get the extra.
No, go the entire, like, first level, whilst in being, the ghost being in blue. If you play it right. If you time it right. I have done it once.
Now, in the tunnels and whatnot, the ghosts do slow down, and Pacman keeps the same speed, so you kind of do want to use those tunnels to your advantages, but you gotta be careful. You can get caught in between those. And they will trap you if you're on the other side, so you better be careful. Alright, strawberry. Down to your last one, unless you can get the extra life. Now, the game is programmed where it continues on endlessly. Unfortunately, it does glitch out after a certain... Yeah, I think it's like after 200 and something, like it's like 200 rounds or something like that. It glitches out where you can't see what, like half the screen is completely screwed up that you cannot see.
They didn't program it. They didn't expect players to get that far. But some dedicated players has. They memorized the entire ghost pattern.
think people credit that as the very first cutscene of the video game, but I'm not too sure. I've heard the argument of it, but I'm not too sure if that is considered the first cutscene in a video game. Is that little transition there?
I've noticed that sometimes, but not all the time,
There you go.
close.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I win that round. What were you gonna say?
There's one, I'll show you, on the top. This is not going to count, but
No, I already won.
no, but, in here. But for some reason, half the time they,
Alright. Alright.
I'm gonna try going, right. For me, right here. So, for some reason, not all the time, but most of the time, they will just walk past me. So, look. Oh, the stupid one did, though.
Yeah, that's where you get...
Clyde did.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't, for some reason. I've noticed time they don't tend to go down that way.
Well, they do after a while.
Yeah.
I think it's going up. I think that's what you're thinking of. When they don't go, you can go up, but I don't think they've ever go up. They do come down that thing, but if they're all at that bottom, I don't think they ever go up. I could be wrong with that. I think I know what you're kind of saying, but I think it's them coming up, like above where they're starting. But hey, that's gonna be it for this episode. See y'all next time for our next game.